Hello and welcome to my janky setup today. Today I want to do a really textured oil painting because I haven't done oil in a really long time and I want to do something very textured. So basically I started this piece a year ago of my breakfast. I do not like using acrylic on this because it is so smooth that it comes out streaky like this unless you put like a crap ton of layers on it. So I gave up on it a really long time ago, but now if I use oils, it'll be so thick, it'll be nice, it'll be perfect. Also, since I moved, I don't know where I put my glass palette, so we're gonna use this. It's one of those canvas boards, but it's still in the thing, so it has the shinies and the stickers on it, so it'll be perfect because I can clean it really easily, and it's small for my desk, and it's perfect. So this is gonna be my palette, so that's why I have like a really janky setup right now. And we're just gonna work with what we got because what else can you do? Also, ignore my voice because I know I sound like really up and down hoarse. Hopefully by the time I film the voiceover, it's gonna be better, but my allergies have literally been killing me. So I look like I haven't slept in a month and I sound like a pack-a-day smoker. Let's just get into the video, shall we? This painting starts off looking so janky. I get overwhelmed, so I had to do like a little sketch before, but look at that little editing, having the paint bottles appear. Ooh, look at me, fancy. Anyway, so I needed to get something down to just make my mind see a landscape rather than this dang croissant, and as you can see I still followed kind of the shape of the croissant for the mountains, but here I am mixing the oil paint. I used no solvent for it. I just used the paint straight out of the tube, which is very unlike me, and I have never, well, I can't say never, I think once I've made a painting with only a palette knife. So this was a little bit of a challenge, and I was trying to get the textures to where it actually resembled what I was trying to paint. So it was all very new, and I was trying something completely different than what I usually do. So this is kind of going back to my roots in another way though. So in college, I actually worked only in oil paint, except for like classes where I needed like a last minute project in. But in college, when I took a painting class, I only used oil, so it was kind of cool to go back to the roots, go back to what, you know, got me really started in taking art seriously. Originally, when I was younger, I did acrylic, and then in college, I did oil, and then just recently, since I've, like, become a stay-at-home mom and all that, have I been using, like, alcohol markers and colored pencils. I used to hate them, so it's kind of weird that when I used to hate them, I actually love them now. But I think it's just because of convenience, and this was very messy. I cannot tell you how many things I had to clean up. My hands got messy so many times. I went through like 12 paper towels. It was a lot. Because it was so thick, I think that I didn't realize when it was kind of just everywhere. I don't know. I think I'm making excuses when in reality I was just kind of messy. These mountains were really hard. I was like, this just kind of looks like a bunch of slopes going in the exact same way. So I added the black to try and add some dimension, and it actually starts looking like a mountain. So I'm kind of proud of myself for, see, it looks like a mountain right now. It's not just like triangles. So I'm proud of myself for fixing that because it needed a little bit of touching up. It was getting a little bit rough and a little bit lost, but now I think it looks like a nice mountain range. And here's the mess. I have all that stuff at the bottom, all the paint. There's paint all over my arm. Look at my hands. That is a disgrace. And then, actually, this clip, there was like 20 minutes left of this clip, and it was just me cleaning up. So, yeah. If you're gonna oil paint, make sure you're ready for a mess, because it was a lot, and I don't even know how I got through it, having two kids that were literally constantly calling me over to them, but I did it. So yeah, it was nice to go back to my roots. And also, P.S., if you're a fellow artist and you don't know how to make your water a duller color, so you get blue, and instead of mixing in like gray, you actually mix in the complementary color. So if you mix in orange, it makes it more of like a watery color and less of like a vibrant blue. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there just in case you didn't know, which bold of me to assume you don't know that, but you know, I'm just trying to be helpful here. And then I started putting in the greenery. I know I wanted the greenery in front of the mountains, and I didn't want the water covering the greenery because it would have led into it. So I put it in between rather than kind of working my way down just to have the right layering, I guess. So yeah, and then I added some yellow little highlights and some texture and a little waterline. And at the bottom, I'm adding like kind of like rocks going into the water, so that's why it's kind of like fading in, and the colors are kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but you'll see. It's like it's rocks going in. It's like a rock beach, like in California. All they don't. There's places that don't have sand. It's just like big rocks, which sounds insane, but look at all that juicy texture. Oh my gosh, it looks like cotton candy ice cream, which I actually don't like, or bubblegum ice cream, which I also don't like because ew. But yeah, I really love this piece. So thank you so much for watching this and just watching my process, because it was so nice to just go back to oil painting, go back to my roots. I had a blast doing this. It was a big decompression for me. So I honestly am just happy to have done it, and the process was so fun, and I actually really like the result.